friend owes you money and now you can't get it back? Begging doesn't work. People who borrow money, refuse to pay, and then block you are often living comfortably on the funds you worked hard to earn. If that makes you angry, good. That anger should push you to act legally, not emotionally. So what I'm about to explain is a full recovery process that lawyers will charge significant consultation fees for. I am sharing with you the entire workflow from evidence collection to enforcement that no other lawyer will tell you. So if you follow what I'm saying, your chances of recovering your debts will increase dramatically. First step, do not start by insulting or threatening the debtor. That usually ends up being blocked and losing communication channels. If you don't have a written loan agreement, don't panic. Start by sending a calm message designed to prompt confirmation. Example, I know things are difficult right now. I'm not rushing you. You can repay later this year. Let's just confirm the amount so I can explain it to my wife or your family. If the debtor replies to any acknowledgement such as okay or I know, screenshot and notarize this immediately. Legally, this is called debt acknowledgement, and in many cases as effective as a written IOU. Next up, you need the debtor's identification details to proceed legally. Go to your Alipay or WeChat transaction history, locate the transfer, and apply for an official electronic transfer certificate. Due to the full real name verification, this document can show the debtor's real name and ID number, even if they delete the chat or record. If it was a bank transfer, we as lawyers can get you that information. So with this, you have solid legal leverage. The third step is to apply for asset preservation. Many people win cases and never get their money because the defendant decides to make a run for it when he gets wind of you suing him, especially if he owes you a lot of money that he is incapable to return. So once you decide to act, do not warn him. What you should do is to apply to freeze their assets before the trial even starts. What I usually have my clients do is to purchase litigation preservation insurance instead of providing a cash guarantee. A small premium can allow the courts to freeze significant assets. Once implemented, bank accounts, WeChat and Alipay wallets, and even an exit ban can be put in place, putting real pressure on the debtor's daily life. Fourth step, investigate hidden assets and expand liability if necessary. During enforcement, request the courts to activate the nationwide asset investigation system. It goes far beyond bank accounts, and it will include investment accounts, online financial products, provident funds, and even his social insurance policy. And in some cases, insurance policies with high cash values can be used directly to repay debts. If the debt was used for family expenses, you may also apply to add the spouse as a co-defendant. This significantly increases pressure and recovery chances. Last step, don't be intimidated by claims like, I only have one home under Chinese law. Even a debtor's only residence can be auctioned if the legal requirements are met. The debtor is only allowed to rent basic housing, and the remaining funds go toward debt repayment. So remember this, being kind does not equal being weak. Do not let fake friends and family walk away with your hard-earned money. Contact me immediately and let's get your money back.